ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Power Vacuum. I'm your host, Belmont. And we got this article from Games Radar from one of the original creators of Diablo 2. And I'm going to jump into it, but this headline, I've only read the headline, and I got to say, duh. But Diablo 2 creator says players treated the action RPG like a lifestyle game because it was fun, and MMOs like World of Warcraft had more to do with starting the live service trend. Duh. As I already said, yeah, World of Warcraft is a live service game. It is not an offline single player game. It doesn't have that option the way Diablo 2 did. But let's see what Games Radar is going on about, and therefore whatever this guy is going on about. Diablo's Moorish tap and loop, more-ish tap and loop. All right, whatever. It definitely has a lot in common with some live service features, which are mainly aimed at keeping people on the seasonal hamster wheel forever. But the series co creator doesn't think Diablo was designed with the same intent. Blizzard North co founder and Diablo co creator David Brevik recently chatted with the Video Gamer podcast and explained that Diablo 2 was so widely popular at the turn of the century because it was a damn good time, not because of what we now consider live service bits or style bits like battle passes, never ending updates, and shop rotations. The audience that played for the ladders are things like that, and things like they played the audience that played for the ladders and things like that. They were a hardcore audience. Yeah, that's why we played hardcore. Breivik says before explaining that the great majority of Diablo 2 players simply treated it like a lifestyle game because they enjoyed the game. They were racing to reach level 99 in record time. Say what? Why is that attached there? Whatever. Ladders in Diablo 2 were closed multiplayer realms where players could create a new character from scratch and grind for XP to top of a leaderboard, which would then reset at a certain point. But Brevik doesn't think it had much to do with the live service fluff we see now, where you're competing in this particular thing or you've got some kind of special mechanic for this season and you've got a season pass. That stuff didn't really come out of Diablo 2. No, Ladder was just a simple game format that we really enjoyed because it let us be competitive with each other and you didn't have to pay for it. Diablo was free to play. Once you purchased Diablo, it was yours. You got online and you got to play it for free. You just had to have a Battle.net account and log in through battle.net and play the game. That was it. It was awesome. It was one of the best mechanics ever in a game. And it just created this drive to keep coming back. I want to say ladder used to be 3 times a year back then. It's hard for me to remember. It's, 20 almost 25 years old now, and it would reset about every 4 months. You'd create a new character and you would just grind and grind and grind and grind until you got to as high as you could on the ladder. So basically level 99. But the joke with Diablo is when you die, you lose experience. So we always said that level 1 through 98 required the same amount of experience as level 98 to 99. Because if you die even one time in the process of 98 to 99, you lose half the experience you've already earned. That's it. You've now have to earn more experience getting to 99 than you did getting to 98. It's wild. It's a crazy ride. There were multiple different formats. There were Chaos Sanctuary runs. There were Bale runs in the later versions when LOD came out. And it just kept the game fresh somehow. It just felt fresh to jump into a ladder. Even now, I play D2R still. I'll jump in when they start a new ladder and I'll just create a new character and see how quickly I can get to. My goal is to just to get to level 80 because I don't have a team anymore. So I'm kind of either having to rely on like randos or just jumping into other people's games and grinding hardcore while they have the player count high. But I'm like, how quickly can I get to 80? Because I also have a job. I don't have time to just grind to 99 all the time. But when we were kids and we were playing Diablo 2, that was all we did. We'd get off work, we'd go home, we'd play Diablo 2. We'd play until early in the morning, get like 2 or 3 hours of sleep, go to school. If we didn't have to work after school, we'd come home, we'd play Diablo 2. And then the worst part about it was when ladder after about 2 months into ladder, you knew whether or not you were placed or ranked. If you didn't rank, you switched over to hardcore, and then you kept working on your hardcore characters. And hardcore was a whole different animal. You had to play that game entirely differently. You had to be cautious and careful until you hit level 99, till you were fully geared. Once you were level 99 and fully geared, we did the stupidest thing ever. We dueled. We called them death duels because in hardcore, when you die, your character's dead. You go into a game, you lock it to two players, so it's just the two of you. You open your loot to each other. You go hostile. You both pick two different waypoints and meet in the middle. So sometimes you'd be usually you don't want to meet right outside town, or if you trusted the person, you honor duel where you both run outside of town the same way and then run the other direction in 10 seconds, turn around, and then the duel starts. But usually one of you would portal either right outside of town into the stony field or the cold plains and run back to town while the other was waiting for you. And it just gave the game freshness, but the ladder resetting, as he said, it's not a live service thing. There weren't gimmicks or tricks to try to get you there. It just reset, and for some reason, you were compelled to jump in right away and grind into the game, and it worked really well. But I'm rambling now. What else does he say? It's at the end of the article, I think. He instead reckons that ever-evolving MMOs like EverQuest and World of Warcraft had more to do with the laying the groundwork for the live service boom to come. They had your big game, your big events, constant expansion, social systems, and cosmetics you chase to brag to your friends. Sounds like every other online shooter nowadays, no? Yeah, World of Warcraft absolutely was the trendsetter for that. EverQuest can try to make that claim, but EverQuest flamed really bright and burned out really fast. World of Warcraft is still going strong. And it really did spawn the live service trend when their earnings reports came out after that first year of WoW, and Blizzard made, oh man, I don't even remember how much. How did I can't type on this fucking keyboard. World of Warcraft make in its first year. World of Warcraft generated significant revenue in the first year, but specific figures for the exact amount made in the first year are not provided in the context. The game was a best-selling PC game from 2005 to 2006, and by 2008 it surpassed 10 million subscribers. As of 2012, the game had generated a total of 9.23 billion. And that's an important date because 2012 was really when the live service trend ramped up to the next level. And it was probably because this figure came out, it was revealed. Blizzard probably made the announcement that World of Warcraft to date, so in the 7 years it's been out, has generated 9.23 billion, nine and a quarter billion dollars in 7 years. Now, if you break that mathematically down, statistic wise, you would say, oh, that's over $1.5 billion a year or whatever. Or well, not 1.5 billion. Yeah. Is that right? About 1.5 billion per year. So that's bonkers. It's more like 1.3 billion, but still over a billion per year. Just say that. This game makes $1 billion a year. Any company would be like, yeah, we want that. Why not me? Why not me? As was it Dane Cook would used to say? Why not me? Yeah, I want $1 billion a year. What game company doesn't? That's the dream. We made this game and it generates $1 billion every year. Whoa. So yeah, live service. And after 2012, that was everyone's goal. Everyone, I mean, I think the guy from Ubisoft was said that we don't want our customers to be $70 customers. We want them to be $1,000 customers. We want our customers to spend $1,000 on a game. They want one game to make $1,000 per people, which is so fucking greedy. It's unbelievable that he actually said that out loud. And it nuked Ubisoft for several years when people were like, not going to buy anything you have that's online, get fucked. But yeah, I don't think Diablo 2, even though it was a perpetually online game for most people, had nothing to do with live service because it was free. You just got to play it. You jumped in, you played Diablo, You didn't have to do anything beyond purchasing it. When the expansion came out, everyone I know bought it. No one was like, "No, I'm not playing Lord of Destruction." Anyone that didn't have it on the weekend it came out, I knew was like, we're getting this game soon. Soon as I have the money, I'm getting it." I don't think I knew anyone in my everyone in my circle, we had it day 1. Right? It came out, we went home, we downloaded it. I, uh, I had to work that night, so I didn't actually get to play it till about 8 p.m., which sucked because my friend had already gone through almost the entire Act 5 campaign. So we were like, "All right, let's go kill Diablo." I'm not even gonna create a new character. I don't want to create a new character yet. I'm just jumping in with my barbarian, going full, I was my frenzy barbarian, jumped into Act 4, created a new game, killed Diablo, and then I got through the cutscenes and I had like 20 messages because my friend had already seen the cutscenes and he didn't realize I hadn't because he's a jackass. And he was just like, "Oh my God, these stupid cutscenes, how long are they?" And I was like, "Dude, chill out. Like, I haven't seen this shit yet. Not my fault I had to work tonight. You got off today and you didn't have to, you got to come home straight from school and fucking grind into this game." He'd already done like half the quest in the act. He was like, "Oh, we need to go here." I'm like, "Dude, I'm trying to experience it." But yeah, we just, I don't know. Diablo 2 had that magic that made you want to play the game and had nothing to do with paying. It had nothing to do with these like gimmicks of, "Oh, check out this new season where this super event happens. Loot drops are 3 times as likely, or you get 200% more gold than you did before." That stuff never even existed. It was just, "Hey, who wants to be the first person to get to level 99 with each character?" There was a That's how the ladder was broken down. The ladder was 99 first person overall for the entire ladder, and then first person for each class. So like when LOD first came out, it it was real difficult because most people were playing assassins and nobody knew how to play the damn character. So there was that one guy, I don't remember his name. The only old school player I remember from Diablo 2 is Glazed Donut, who is the only person I knew that actually had a legitimate constricting ring because he was live on the server when it went live, got 2 of them before they locked the game and got rid of it because it was apparently too good. Too good at the time. Now when you look at constricting ring, you go, "This isn't that great of a ring," but when it first dropped and like LOD was new and fresh, that it was apparently game breaking according to the devs, so they had to nuke it from the servers. But you could like cheat it in with Boba Fett if you were on OpenBNet, but OpenBNet was a mess. Stay away from it unless you like playing with cheaters. Closed BNet, ladders, leaderboards, that's where the game was. And yeah, I do blame World of Warcraft for live service because it was literally the first major live service game to be wholly successful across the board. But I could keep rambling about Blizzard, World of Warcraft. I could probably talk about Diablo for hours. One of my favorite franchises. I've played every Diablo. I still play Diablo. But that's where I'm going to call this video. This is your host, Belmont, signing out.